Hey guys, we're back with what I like to call the letter. You see, because it's called the letter. So, get it? When we last left off, Rebecca met Luke. Yeah, and she hit him on the head with a book. Cloudless night sky greets me when I walk out of the cafe. Beyond the tall buildings, a blanket of stars spread out before me, and we're, despite only being this far in the branching tree, we only have like an hour left. So, this is gonna progress really fast. On the tree, that is. Look at all Anyway. Beyond the tall buildings, a blanket of stars spread out before me. Isabella once told me that the best place to view it is someplace outside the city, away from the noise and the obtrusive lights. She'd seen it once in her... Nope, that's not a word. There's not supposed to be you. Oh, nope. In hometown. Another time in the university she used to attend. Then she asked me if it's possible to try it out here sometime. I agreed with her at the time, only because she appeared excited at the mere prospect of it. Made those little plans along with Zachary and Ashton. Never got around to it before. Now, we've all lost the chance. And that's because Isabella's dead. You see, because she wouldn't say we lost the chance if she... Oh no, I want to find where we are. Okay. Even so, I find myself enjoying this, despite being told it's only half the experience. Little things, you know? Stuff you learn to appreciate when you're alone. Because at certain times, you're gonna meet people who are unfortunately born with the innate talent to ruin the mood in the scene with their mere existence alone. Oh, she's talking about Luke. For example, the very driver of the car fast approaching my direction. Luckily, he doesn't notice me. The fleeting moment we pass by each other gives me a brief glance at the people he's with. Oh yeah, you know, we just got Luke, we got Kylie, we got the ghost. Kylie sitting on the backseat with a serving of bread pudding in your hands. Beside him. Must be his wife. Oh yeah, is she? No, this is before the party, so Hannah's still not possessed. He takes a turn and disappears at the nearest corner. But throughout the night, the cursory glimpse of all things to bother me has left me wondering what kind of person his wife is. More than that, it's a silent prayer to the universe. Hope I don't ever cross paths with that nice guy again. October 27th, Thursday. What day is the 27th? Yeah, let's just mic this off so I'll stop saying you. 27th. She showed the photographs to Ashton. Also, we've basically done nothing on the 27th. This is the day Zachary met the professor. Okay, so you guys ready to hear my theory on the mystery? If there even is one, like maybe it's just a ghost and there's nothing more. I mean, these things don't tend to go that way. They tend to be, you know, another aspect to it. Even if it's, you know, kind of lame. So my theory is, I think I've said this before, Hannah's the most suspicious, without a doubt. Luke, he wanted her to fly. Unless you hit him on the head with a book. And, you know, that's totally acceptable. If someone hits you on the head with a book, you can grab their hand to stop you from hitting them again. It's a-okay. Anyway. So Hannah's, she's in on it. What does in on it mean? I don't know. This one I'm not too sure about, but I can see it. Think about it. She really wanted that house. Why? Because it was her ancestor. Hold on. Save here. How do I go to title screen? Because quit? Yes, we turn to main menu. So, check out the gallery. Want to go to memory fragments. Okay, you see this person? These two, in the portraits at least, they look kind of like Luke and Hannah. Now I'm thinking the Luke one, that's just a red herring. But Hannah, that's her like grandmother or whatever, however long ago this was. And she's evil, and she passed on that evil to Hannah, okay? She's like, okay, I need to get the house to be evil, okay? But the ghost is like, no, I won't let you. And that's why the ghost possessed her, because the ghost is actually a good guy the whole time. She's misunderstood. That's how these things tend to go. And then, you see? You call that evil? There's no way that's evil. And then the professor, he's evil, but he's like chaotic. No, he's neutral evil. He's in it for his own good, or lawful evil, you know. And so they're both evil, but Hannah's more evil. But the professor is an equal but lesser evil. I don't know. There's nothing to go off of. What we know, there's a ghost, and that the Yanks are up to something fishy. That's it. Well, they might be up to something fishy. The brief lull the past few days has offered is nice while it lasted. Or as nice as it can get under the shadow of Isabel's recent passing hovering over our heads. There have been no updates from Ashton either, despite his promise. When he breaks the silence, he suddenly delivers a short message from LPD allowing Salem Wells tenants to return to their flats tonight. Somehow, with that, there's like the whole of Luxborn, the whole world even, is at last chosen to move on its own again. Unnoticed to different, more important things that really matter to the general public. Yet, something still
like an ugly premonition.
And as expected, just as things start to settle and a steady rhythm finally warms its way back to my routine, Thursday morning brings further disturbance to the now calm waters. With little ceremony, though still enough to ripple through everything. It's kind of awkward with voice acting because I tend to I mean, this still happens with Japanese voice acting, but like I click next when I'm still like saying the last word or two. In retrospect, I really should have seen this coming. Luxborn is a small city, relatively speaking. Compared to, say, London or Glasgow. It's nothing. I gotta be honest, I don't know where's Glasgow. I'm sorry. I live in North America. I don't know European. It's the largest city in Scotland. Okay, I was kind of thinking it'd be in Scotland. You know, I don't think I could point to Scotland on a map. Like, I know where the UK is, but I mean... Let's look. European map. Wait. Oh, no. Without names. Without names. Here we go. Here we go. You can't see this, but I can. Okay, so... That little, the island off of Europe, the big one, that's the UK. To the west of it, that's Britain. Right? So, where's Scotland? Is it... Oh no, that's Ireland. Which one's Britain? I'm sorry. Scotland's okay, Northern Ireland. Okay, I see. You see, I'm good. I'm smart. Those numbers alone are nothing to scoff at when standing in a busy street. If you pay close enough attention, faces taking this crosswalk or riding the subway will soon grow familiar. How unfortunate that out of that number, it has to be Luke! Encountered more than once.
Oh, you know, a few problems popping up here and there that the agents failed to tell us somehow. Nothing a few hired hands can't fix, of course. I would have preferred a place near the city and something that's new to save us all the trouble, but darling wife insisted. Who am I to say no?
Are you kidding me?
His smug head is the first thing I see upon turning into the hall. In spite of the small crowd of parents and students gathered at the corridor for primary's career day. None that he stands out. It's pretty unremarkable at first glance, frankly. Wow, really? However, it's his countenance that draws people's eyes to him. Did I say that right? The man who carries himself with all the confidence in the world, his mere presence dwarfing everything around him. Willing to make a bet, he's also enjoying the attention it garners him, especially the ones coming from the woman.
What an ass.
Smug glance at him, and I know immediately that, one way or another, if we ever bump into each other again, my day will be effectively ruined in some capacity. It also exudes that air. That's what that makes you want to run him over with a lorry? Pass it off as an unfortunate accident. With him, it's either you want to punch him or you let yourself be charmed. There's no in between. Gladly do the honor of the former myself, but alas, there are people around us. And I'm stuck with having to face one of the two.
I shouldn't have volunteered.
At the time, helping out sounded a good idea. No classes left today until after lunch. Could have opted to stay at the teacher's lounge and work on my lesson plans. That means being left alone with her deputy head and his shadow. He's a good man, but Cribbins. She said this last time too. You can talk anyone's ears off. So the moment an opportunity arose, I jumped on it. It's a simple task to boot. Just deliver a whole box of materials and a few posters for the event. Maybe stay around to assist if time will allow it. I just wasn't expecting Kim to show up here. Out of the frying pan and into the fire. Had I known, I would have stayed and suffered through our deputy's impromptu speeches about his life crisis instead. But what's done is done. Going back is also out of the question. Without unexpectedly having the load I'm carrying is, I hate to lug this for a trip back just because my pride can't take another second of interaction with the guy. He's insufferable, alright. I've had my fair share of dealings with teens of, more or less, the same temperament, all considerably younger than him, and they listen. Wants to be difficult like last time, so be it. But he can just bet his sorry English, YouTube, what do I, sorry English face. I'm not standing down. Yeah, YouTube? Left with no choice, I brace myself and suck in a breath, mustering every bit of patience I have as I step into the hall. My grip on the box tightens when I pull it closer to me. I attempt to assume a low-key air as I amble towards the room. The box is not big enough to hide my face, even with the stuff piled on top. But if all else fails, you just hit him with it. You can't just hit people because you don't like them. Still, a small prayer forms in my head. If there's even one listening out there, please grant me enough restraint. Better yet, hope he doesn't notice me at all. I'll definitely make my life easier. Seriously, how hard can it be? Standing a few ways from the door. Is that her, like, praying to me to make the right decision not to talk to him? Because if there's an option to talk to him, I'm going to do it. Because I gotta gather evidence. He'll say something that reveals the entire mystery, if there even is a mystery. I don't know. It's like, well, what is there so far? There's a ghost. If I'm careful, I can just go in, hand in the stupid box to whoever's in charge, get every plan of staying longer than necessary, and step out as soon as I can. Easy as pie. But as luck would have it, the exact moment I reach the room's threshold, someone, barrels towards me. She latches onto my waist, before topping the sudden commotion with a gleeful squeal. Oh, is it gonna be Hannah?
I knew it's you!
Aww, kids. Alright, Hannah and Rebecca didn't meet for the first time since, until the party. Well, the first time again. The force of it nearly throws me off balance, sending the items stacked atop the box tilting dangerously to the sides. With the child's added weight to my waist, pinning me on the spot and both my hands occupied, watching is the only thing I'm able to do. Short seconds in between slows as everything gradually slides off the box's small surface. Under different circumstances, this would have made for a funny story some other time. Comical even. Till another set of hands reaches out and steadies the poster, threatening to take a nosedive right to the floor. There's no voice acting. I'll do my Luke impression. Careful now, Daisy! Don't make a mess here! Ho ho ho! My entire body freezes. He's also Santa Claus. Upon hearing his voice alone, an irrational impulse to hit him immediately bubbles up. But before my limbs can catch up with that, while my brain is currently screaming at me, he moves to take the burden off my arms. Irritation gives way to surprise. Then, confusion. It's in that moment when instinct finally kicks in and I tug the box closer to me before it can fully lift it off.
What are you doing?
What does it look like? You're surprisingly slow on the uptake for someone of your profession, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I saw that, the letter got an update. There were patch notes. Hold on. 1.0.9 is live. So, there's relationship balancing. I looked at the spoilers. Something in chapter 2, so it ended up being fine. So...
Bloody, doesn't this school have people for this kind of work? So much for being a center of academic excellence.
Let's see if we said that. Yeah, we said that. So, our relationship with Luke, it doesn't look like it's changed retroactively. Or it might have been. I forget. But, so it went up from +1 to +2. BA mismatch. All reported inconsistencies between voice acting and in-game text were fixed. Well, no, they won't. I mean, kind of they weren't. That depends on what they define as inconsistency. Like, what if they had, you know, a different line playing, you know. And apparently there are branching tree bugs in chapter 6 and 7. Okay. and general polishing of the whole game. I don't know what that means. And the next patch will include narrative fixes of the full game and a music room. Kind of weird they didn't add a music room, you know, in the base game. They also added a swimsuit picture of the whole cast. And Hannah and Marianne are pretty lewd. Oh my, that's a lewd. Oh! You can't wear that. Look at, if you guys see the picture, look at Marianne's waist in the swimsuit. That's lewd.
I'm going to ignore that slight to my alma mater and my work, because that's not what I'm trying to get at. You know what?
Playing, so.
Why don't we just rephrase that to something you'll easily understand? Why exactly are you doing this?
Well, you look like you could use a bit of help. Have you seen your face while you were heaving this around?
Mister, I'm pretty sure if there's ever a look on my face, it's entirely because I saw something extremely unpleasant this morning.
She's referring to you.
Aren't you a ball of sunshine today, Daisy? Having a bad day, aren't we?
Her name's not Daisy.
Oh, you have no idea.
I'd put it away if I were you. You might scare the children.
You don't have to worry about that. This isn't my department. I was just asked to bring these. Anyway, I can handle this myself, mister. The room's just right over there. Behind you, in fact. Now, if you could please move over and make way, it would do the whole world some good.
Keeping my voice level throughout is a miracle in itself. But regardless of how polite my request is, he doesn't budge. Did what I've just said merely flew over his head? Were my choice of words really that difficult to comprehend? Hold on. Surely it shouldn't be that hard. Thinking might be a little touched in the head. Wow, that's just rude. I'd like to ask him that actually, but Kylie chooses that instant to pipe in.
Don't worry, Miss Pink. Tio's strong. You can leave this to him.
So you could just take Kylie out of this and, like, I'd move it up a point. Like, what do I think of this game right now? Like 5, maybe 6 out of 10. I'll just give you a 7 if you just write Kylie out of the game right now.
My papa does it lots of times, but I'm not allowed to talk about it to anyone. Tio says it's
Confidential, Munchkin.
That's right. Tio's smart, isn't he, Miss Pink?
Still of the opinion that he's not that nice of a guy, but I must admit, this goddaughter's excitement is contagious, as always. A smile makes its way to my lips. Just yet to budge from her place. Though to be honest, I'm starting to lose some feeling on my stomach with how tightly she's wound her arms around it.
I'm sure he is, Kylie. But I'm also sure he'll find better use for it elsewhere.
Like helping you out.
Oh, well, that's one thing, but
You heard the kid.
no one's asking you.
Oh, you wound me, woman.
And I'm quite certain I can do more damage than that. Shall we give it a try? Again?
He pales, stammers for a bit, till he ultimately decides against saying anything and settles for a brief show of discomfort instead. He's probably having flashbacks of the last time we met. His composure, when I finally regained some of his bearings, says it all. It's nothing short of hilarious, if I do say so myself.
I'll have you know that threats never work on me, Daisy. Not in a million years, not ever.
You're assuming it's a threat. How cute.
How cute! She said the line!
That too. I'm not scared of you. Just because you landed a hit.
Do go on. Keep telling yourself that.
It was a fluke, you hear?
More like, Luke. I
was caught off guard and your damn book left a dent. If I end up in a hospital because of
It's
what
too
you
dead
did,
for the
I'm
send
sending
now.
the chief of Luxburn Police after
I'm
you,
sorry,
woman.
You don't say.
Just give me that bloody box.
He snatches it out of my arms before a single word of protest exits my mouth, quickly disappears behind the classroom. Not that it matters who brings it in now. Our prior irritation has already melted into amusement. It's not so bad once you figure out how his temperament works. It's almost similar to a child. Though, I still have to ask.
Kylie, did your Tio eat something bad before coming here? He's unusually nice today.
Yeah, it's because we apologized to him. Hold on, is there anybody who Other than Hannah, who has a bad relationship with Luke. Yeah, he never met Zachary. Barriers is maxed! Wait. Dude, do you think we could get Luke like the harem end? Like, there's romances in this game, right? Let's look that up. Hold on. The letter romances. No, visual novel, not the Scarlet Letter. Wait, sorry. Romance options. Oh, there's spoilers. The relationships are... I'll look at it. Luke X Rebecca. What? Luke X Rebecca? Luke X Hannah, Luke X Mary. Dude! Triple harem end. Believe. Hannah X Zachary. Yeah, okay. Hannah X Mary. There's a Yuri out. Hold on, we have to go back and get that. It kind of figured there was. Ashton X Rebecca, Ashton X Isabella. And those are... That's pretty obvious. Okay. I think I skipped a line, but you know. First and foremost, we didn't end our last meeting on a good note. Fire him, I'd avoid the very person who put a dent on his skull, as he so aptly put. Why is he acting friendly 2 days later?
He always is. But I made him promise to be extra nice to you since you helped me so much. I think you're gonna be great friends.
Quickly stomp on the edge to groan loudly or gag at that. It's the last person I'd ever want to be chummy with in this whole city. Kelly doesn't need to know that.
Are you sure it's not something he ate during breakfast?
I gave him some jelly babies this morning.
Somewhat.
Really me lots of them. Mama said I should share, so I offered half of it to Tio when he picked me up. He likes the black ones.
Oh, that's probably why he's weird. Jelly baby overdose.
Could have been everyone a favor and choked on them while he's at it.
You
Wow.
I've got more. I couldn't find Melody or Takako this morning, but I'm sure they'll be fine sharing some of it with you.
Well, yeah, I couldn't find Melody. She must be off somewhere, and I couldn't find Takako because she doesn't exist, because ghosts aren't real.
No, I'm not really very fond of them. I was just asking.
There's a mass halogen, like there's a halogen in the mansion that makes them all hallucinate and think there's a ghost.
Where's your mom, by the way?
Oh, it's on the letter!
Out of town
Makes
with
sense.
Pa.
An unexpected pang hits me at her words. That statement, though innocent enough, unearths a whole chunk of memories from childhood. So eerily familiar. Nights spent eating dinners alone, a number of days coming home to an empty house growing with each passing year. Sometimes several Christmas Eves spent with relatives instead of my own family. It's too late to think about it now. When I remember, the door lake is still there, familiar, though lessened by the years now. Beside me, Kylie takes a step back, having gotten tired of clinging to me. It's nothing but cheering her. She doesn't seem too affected by the fact. Although it makes me wonder how much of it is real. How much is there to mask the loneliness? If there's even one. What a lucky child.
Weren't they informed of career day beforehand?
Yeah, I told them all about it. Mama was looking forward to it.
And they gotta ditch town as a ghost.
And they still left?
Uh-huh. It's important business, so it can't be helped. They promised to tell me about it when they come back tomorrow, though. Papa said he'll give me a gift if I behave. I've been a good girl, right, Miss Pink?
You always are. But they asked they asked your Tio to look after you? For this?
Subtle.
Nope, they didn't.
No? Then how?
It was supposed to be Tia. Mama likes her better than Tio, so she asked her, but she's sick and had to visit the doctor today. Oh, that's supposed to be a secret, by the way. Oh, but I think it's a bit confusing because Tio said she also went shopping.
Wait, Hannah was... I think it's just hinted at being pregnant, right?
That's unfair. Don't you think so, Miss Pink? Mama doesn't allow me to go out when I'm sick.
Like, if a female character ever vomits at all, that means that they're pregnant. That's just
It's still okay,
how it
though,
works.
since Tio always buys me sweets before we go home. I'm gonna ask for a parfait today. Extra large. Don't tell Takako, okay?
Listening to her like this, it's easy to get a picture of where Kylie's fondness for the guy comes from. She's far from a demanding child, but she made a promise of some sort. She never forgets those. She'll make friends with anyone wherever she is. Wait, hold on. Luke is Does that mean Luke's route, Kyle's gonna be in it? No. No. The light shining in the darkness just extinguished. No wonder she can be so attached to the man. The nice guy probably showers her with gifts whenever he can. Can't say if the sentiment's the same for the latter, however. Doesn't seem the type. Probably just does it for the sake of getting some peace and quiet whenever he's with the girl. That's
But before that, I'm gonna show him to everyone first. It's gonna be great. No one else has a gazillionaire fairy godfather. Also, when I grow up, I'm gonna be exactly like him and marry someone really handsome. Like Tia did. That way, I can be awesome too.
Some sort of misguided logic in there that I'd like to correct. Before I can say my piece, Luke steps in, fresh out of the commotion from the classroom behind us, plows into the conversation with every subtlety a wrecking ball has. Not caring, you know, despite no one asking for his opinion.
Munchkin, sweetie, trust me. You don't have to marry someone for that to happen.
I don't?
Just do your thing, darling. I'm quite sure you can do great things on your own without lugging around an extra baggage with you.
Tia married you.
She's talking from experience, Skyly. She drops the statement without any sort of preface. The moment it lands, the guy finds himself grappling with the conversation.
Yeah, well, that's true,
Ayo.
Munchkin, technically, but it's not the same thing.
Small frown creases the girl's eyebrows as she tries to comprehend her teal's rather big. What does teal mean? Vague explanation. It's not surprising either when Luke tenses under the child's questioning gaze. Teal. Spanish? Telecommunications industry ombudsman. Okay. That makes sense. It's familiar. Seen the same look a great deal of times before. On Ashton, whenever he's trying to say something he can't quite phrase. Another second passes before the nice guy moves, kneeling in front of Kyler and placing both his hands on either side of his shoulders. Kind is the last word all we use to describe the man. But in this minute, there's a smile on his face I can't place. Tender by all means for someone as obnoxious as him. It's a curious thing to see, if not a
Listen
bad
here,
thing.
sweetie, Tia was already a great person before she met me.
She is? But I don't see her doing anything. She's always at home.
Not always, Munchkin. Did you know she's really good at numbers?
You're good with them too. You helped me with my homework once.
Well, Tia's much, much better than me. She used to do maths with big numbers.
Maths. Hannah had like a business degree or something, right? Yeah, business administration, major in accounting.
Oh, like millions?
No, gazillions. And she's really, really good at it. So much so that her dad let her manage anything that had to do with it. That was even before she met me, too.
Does that mean she's better than you?
Oh, leagues, Munchkin. Way, way better than I'll ever be.
We have the self-deprecation. For some reason, I don't think he's still talking about his wife's mathematical prowess as his voice trails off. You know what, this is showing that Luke cares about his relationship with Hannah, showing he's actually a human too. Despite being so great, at least I hope so. The slight shift in the smile, from one that's tender to something wistful, like remembering a memory that he's always been fond of, was kept to himself. At the fleeting glance of it, a tiny, insignificant part of the world somehow also shifts. Penny is changing, Creation's moving.
You know what? Why don't you ask Tia next time you have homework,
Okay, next time I'll ask her to help out.
See? No need to marry a good-for-nothing bloke.
Can I also tell her to not stay at home anymore? If Tia's good at it, I'm sure she can help you out too. And Papa. He computes a lot of numbers too. Tia can help him.
You go do that. I'm sure she'll love to hear it, Munchkin, even if it's been a while since.
Another silence from him. Then, without missing a beat, he turns Kylie around, lightly pats her shoulder, and a gesture to end their conversation right here and there. Probably before he could say other things he's never intended to say, or a child is not meant to hear.
But off you go first. I think I saw your friend run off to the other classroom. The one with the pigtails? Go say hi to her. You still have those jelly babies to give her, yes?
All right. But wait for me, okay? I've got loads more to show you. They put up my drawing on the bulletin the other day. I'm gonna take you there later. I'll be back.
She soon disappears behind a small crowd, none the wiser to the sudden change in mood around her. Luke straightens as soon as she's gone. The expression on his face grows less kind now that there's no one to reassure. Despite that, a chuckle still escapes me. His head quickly snaps at me, an accusing glare clear in his eyes. Although, it's less threatening now, considering what I've witnessed earlier. Funny how one person's impression of someone can easily change with that minute. Is it just minute detail or minute detail?
Why are you laughing like that?
Don't mind me. I just saw something surprising today. Don't let it bother you.
Putting it like that won't make me any less inclined to ask. What is it, woman? If this is another one of your threats, I've already told you it isn't going to work on me. That good teacher act isn't going to fool anyone.
What makes you think it has to do with you?
You know, the soundtrack in this game isn't really any, you know, it's there, but I like this song. Oh yeah, I don't like it as much as, like, you know, Umineko, or like an Umineko song, or like a Valhalla song, but, you know, it's just a nice song.
I could have just remembered something funny. Not
Kinda
everything
generic,
in
but,
this
you know.
world revolves around you, mister.
I am not daft, Daisy. It's on your face for all the world to see. Now, say it so we can be done with this stupid talk.
Not another laugh. What a delay that don't express any sort of amusement over the matter. In truth, don't know where to start. I like that this game, voice acts like, you know, when it's not text and it's like, you know, you get what I mean. Like, for example, when Luke got hit by the book, you could hear him saying ow, but nowhere in the text would say ow or, you know, anything like that. Shut enough for that, even though what I'm about to say are mere honest observations. I'm thinking the top one's the better one. Just in case, you know, we're gonna cheat at it. Okay. Let's see what the other one does, though. Let's see how that affects it.
You really think that?
Yeah, there he goes. Thought so. Oh well, regardless of how you guys, it's not like it'll have any impact on anything between us. No plans of getting too friendly with the man, though he might have some good points. Emphasis on might. The best treatment I can hope myself to give him is to stop thinking of him as a not nice guy. There. Besides, after seeing that look on him, I figure someone like him could use a little compliment here and there. Probably doesn't get it much, considering how coarse his own language can get.
Can't you act a wee bit polite for even a second of your life? It won't kill you. You'll easily get answers that way, you know? Instead of demanding things from people like a temperamental man-child.
I'll be nice when I want to be, woman. Don't tell me what to do.
And here I was just thinking how you're doing a brilliant job as Kylie's guardian. Was I mistaken?
Was I mistaken? What? Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Stop playing dumb. I hate to admit it, but you actually seem to be good with kids. Possibly even better than most of the teachers here. What do you know?
What's that sound? Oh, there's a fire truck. Okay. This is a exclusive fire truck video. Fire truck, you know? This is now the fire truck instead of the letter. I played that game. I expected him to just take it all in, float his ego more, even brag about it. Instead, what I get from him is a sound resembling a squawk. A squawk? Or maybe that's just him choking on his own pride? Can't tell above the hubbub surrounding us. But when I laughed at him, only a mortified expression is on his face.
No.
No? You should be proud of yourself. At least there's this one good thing about you. Isn't that nice to hear? Pretty sure not a lot of compliments get thrown around about you, knowing how you are.
There are a lot of good things about me, Daisy.
Name one. He likes helicopters. Nope.
My hair, for one. There's also my extraordinary good looks. Wax lyrical about those all you want. I'd be happy to hear it any day. Praise anything about me. But that...
What is so repulsive about it? Even Kylie likes you. Shouldn't that tell you anything about yourself?
Kylie is one kid, not even my own. Trust me, you do not want to see me bring a spawn of my own into this world. It'll be an abomination.
Is that what you keep telling yourself?
Maybe. Is it any of your business?
No. But if I didn't know any better, I'd say this is because you yourself think you're a little piece of shite and somehow it'll pass on. It doesn't work like that, by the way.
That last remark just came out. There might have been a sliver of truth in it, but I shouldn't have phrased it like that. But for my own standards, the kind of person I'm talking to, still quite rude. Apologies already at my throat. The minute I open my mouth, all of what I've prepared myself to say dissipates. Lost in the moment in front of me. Stern gaze outside, staring at some point past the buildings, blocking the view of the sky, equally lost in his thoughts. This affects me under so many standards. Telling him this would be pretty good if Hannah, wasn't going to. Well, I mean, I guess she doesn't really die. But this is the 27th, so it's the 20. What date does she? 29th? Yep. Softer, less severe than what he often flaunts. So we're past 30 minutes in, but I want to get to a good stopping point, so I'll keep going. Might as well be looking at a different man. There's a tender note in his voice when he finds it. The words muttered under his breath, not intended for anyone but himself. Nevertheless, it reaches my ears, unintentional as it may be.
You're right. She deserves someone far better than me.
All that talk about self-worth makes sense now. It isn't some profound knowledge pulled out of nowhere. Yes, good save. It's come about because he's already been there, likely still stuck in the middle of it. Preaching about your own personal experience is easier, after all. Less room for mistakes, more for a dose of self-loathing. What a complicated man. Just when you thought you've already figured it out, he does one thing and says the other. People like him are the most difficult to gauge, far harder to understand. Yet, it might be exactly for this reason why some are so easily charmed by him. It's the mystery that catches them, wanting to find out what's underneath that bravado. Won't count myself among those, yet his winning personality isn't exactly my cup of tea. Sometimes, once you get a glimpse of what's beyond the metro is... I don't know how to say that word. Emphasizing with the man isn't just such a steep hill to climb. If the comfortable silence we now share tells anything, that is. Perhaps this is as close to friendship as we can get. Several insults flung around, with a few shared silences in between, and it's not exactly a bad thing. It's not exactly a bad guy either, despite the awkward start we've had. Wait, so earlier she was saying there's only two ways to deal with him: avoid him or romance him. Did we just end up in the Rebecca X Luke route? I don't want this. Maybe it's for that reason. I can't resist throwing in a little comment to lift his mood before leaving him.
You know, Luke, you're not such a bad person.
Is that supposed to make me feel better? I'm touched, Daisy.
Take it how you will, but a little attitude change would help. A lot.
Bollocks. Right, of course. Let me know when you're done with your lecture, ma'am.
And you can probably start by not leaving your wife out while you're having some quality time with your goddaughter. Who knows? Maybe that'll help change how the child sees her.
Where did you even get the idea I'm leaving my wife out? Have you ever even met?
No, but I did see her with you two last time.
His indifferent expression quickly dissolves into a confused scowl, while I meet it with a matching perplexity. It's only been 2 days. Surely his memory isn't that bad. Oh yeah.
What? When was this?
At the cafe. After you left, she was sitting right beside you. Kylie was at the back and you were driving.
Daisy, are you sure you haven't accidentally hit yourself with your own book? Because that damn thing's quite big. And I'm really getting worried about you. It has only been a few days and concussions can be dangerous. I suggest you have that checked.
Well, you asked. I just answered. It's pretty rude to make her wait like that, by the way.
How can I make her wait when she's not even with us?
What?
It was just Kylie and I that night.
Now you're just pulling my leg.
Luke exhales, long and drawn out, his impatience rapidly changing the companionable air around us. The face of it intense. I wonder if Luke's seen the ghost. I've accidentally stepped into another minefield. Any chat I've had with him so far has been like this. He's seen the letter, so I mean. Why this still surprises me, escapes me. But above my worries of offending the man, it's my own bewilderment. Actually, Luke has always had the power to see ghosts, so he's just used to it. He's like, oh yeah, ghosts, just another day. It's like, Natsumi's Book of Friends? His name's Natsumi, right? I almost said Natsuhiko. That guy, that's the name of the guy from Root Double. Remember well enough that what I saw that night. Yet he still says something completely different.
Wifey was out with Kylie's mummy that night. She wasn't with us. How do you think I ended up on babysitting duty?
But in the front seat. And Kylie's...
Miss Pink!
Oh no, what happened? Kylie sobs reach my ears first. Then her familiar weight returns around my waist again. Hot tears seep through my blouse as she buries her face in it, her arms winding tightly around me. Luke and I briefly exchange worried glances, his own lips shut tight with concern. Our cries are soft enough not to attract much attention. Most of the visitors have been ushered inside the rooms by now, anyway. Those that still linger, though, watch our little group with great interest and concern. If I don't get a better handle of the situation, I have a feeling Luke will start yelling at everyone soon. Kneeling, gently pull the girl away from me, cupping her face and wiping away tears, creating little trails on her cheeks. Her mouth is drawn in a miserable pout when she peers up at me.
All right, Kylie. Calm down. What happened?
It's my friend!
That's a little too vague, Munchkin.
Let her speak, Luke. Who is it, Kylie? Melody? Or was it the other one?
Wait, what was her name again? A ghost? No.
Did the two of you fight?
She nods, then immediately clams up after me, letting her sobs communicate the story instead. Or as much as her shaking shoulders can tell me. Oh no. And the ghost is gonna get mad at her and... Right behind me, Luke gives a nervous hug, while he shifts on his feet. Must not be used to handling children crying. Wow! Wow! That's just mean.
Sweetie, I won't be able to help you if you don't tell me what happened.
Seconds pass before she responds again. Tears are already gone when she finally musters the strength to talk, her cries subsiding to mere sniffles. Oh yeah, my friend told me to murder everyone.
I wanted to give her the rest of the jelly babies, but she won't come out!
Where? Where is she?
In the little girl's room.
Is she still there?
Oh, and I see how this is okay.
She won't say what's wrong! I kept asking her, but she told me to go away!
Okay.
Career Day's going to start soon! I saw the prizes Miss Alice will give us if we're good! She's gonna miss it!
Is that what you told her?
Yeah, she won't listen! She won't even take the jelly babies! After I saved it for her, too! She and Luke wanted to eat the red ones, but I told him it's not for him! Miss Pink, can you talk to her?
Okay,
Tell her to come out, and I'm really upset with her.
Ah, just a little childish argument then. Times like this, gotta teach teenagers mature enough for petty squabbles. I do love being around children, and I won't mind having one or two of my own in the future, but it takes a whole different level of patience to teach several of them. Honestly, I admire my colleagues who willingly took the challenge. Normally, I'll leave this for their homeroom teachers to fix, but I can't just ignore the imploring look she shoots me. There's another weakness I'll have to steel myself against, before I ever think of having one of my own. For now, I give in.
Okay, tell me where she is, sweetie.
Sighing, I stand up and gesture for her to lead the way. And okay, I'll call it... I'll wait for the scene to shift. The scene shifts there. That's a Career Exile. I just wanted to say that. Career Day. There's a faceless man. Luke trails quietly behind us. Even with the small distance in between, his apprehension is palpable. Understandably so. No one wants to be caught in the middle of a children's bed. But in the end, this is all just part of my job. Can't just shy away from it, can I? Okay, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.